What's up and welcome, guys, to One Oak Mentoring, the number one mentoring service of all times. Number one program, service, company, brand, corporation of all times, right? How y'all doing today, man? It's another beautiful day. Today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the importance of paying attention in class. You're gonna be paying attention, right? So don't let the word pay throw you off, Paying attention costs you nothing, right? But especially in class, guys. Well, first of all, let's start off. Like if you have, I understand certain people have certain issues, that makes it more challenging to pay attention in class than others, like ADHD, ADD. I don't know. I don't have a PhD or anything, but I'm not here to diagnose, any of that right there. If you guys have those type of troubles, you might need to go talk to a healthcare professional, I guess like a psychiatrist or psychologically, well, I don't know. Right? So how many times have you been in class, man, and there's just, like a urge to, cut up, have fun because you feel like you're bored or whatever. You want to be the center of attention. You want to crack jokes, you want to talk about, people's clothes. You want to talk about, somebody's breath. You want to talk about this or that. It's all because you're not actually paying attention in class. You feel like the class is boring, but you don't know if it's really boring yet, right? So y'all guys got to definitely keep that in mind, okay? You really want to pay attention in class. Another reason is like if you're used to not paying attention in class and you do, when you learn something new in class or in life period, you have a feeling of accomplishment, right? So just say, well, this has been a long time ago. When I figured out that an actual tomato is not a vegetable, it's a fruit. Yeah, I know I just let y'all in on some really big information, right? A lot of y'all didn't even know that, right? It's something about the seeds, like it growing out the ground or not the tree or something like that. But I always thought a tomato was a vegetable, right? So when I learned that technically a tomato's a fruit, I felt accomplished. I felt like I learned something, right? Math classes and things like that. Man, it was this thing, I guess, I think it's slope-intercept form or something like that. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, man. It's been a while for me, but slope-intercept form, when I actually figured out how to actually do it, like I felt accomplished, right? And when you feel accomplishment, like it makes you happy, right? So that's why you're, joking in class, trying to compensate for being in class and not feeling happy or, not feeling fulfilled or something like that, right? What y'all guys need to understand is that, just because you're cutting up with people in class and joking around with people in class, sometimes those people are actually getting their work done. Sometimes those people actually know what's going on. So when they're cutting up with you, you're like, oh, well, yeah, we both don't care about this class. We just gonna cut up and this and that. And then when when report cards come out and you look at yours and you like, well, it probably ain't really that bad. I wonder what Calvin over here made. You look over there on Calvin's report card, Calvin got a 95. And you over there with a 76, right? Calvin know what he doing, right? Calvin know how to play around with you, but still take care. You thinking Calvin just playing around just for your entertainment, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Just because you cutting up with these people in class, that stuff can hold you back, man, and they could actually be furthering themselves. You know what I mean? I forgot what grade I was in. We used to do this little typing class. A teacher standing in front of him, like, okay, everybody, I'm gonna show y'all how to type, show y'all how much superior my typing skills are than yours. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to type. And I could remember it like yesterday, man. I'd be in this class and me and my best friend, like, we sit next to each other. So, we'll be good little boys, typing, the teacher, she turned towards us, and we being good little boys and we typing. But when she turned her back, man, we reaching over there trying to mess the other person up, mess their progress up. I'm reaching over there, he reaching over there. So we hurry up and stop. By the time the teacher come back around, But just like I told y'all guys, he was already real good in typing. He understood it, right? I didn't understand it as well, right? So when he used to come back, he used to be bragging on all these good grades, and I'm looking like, huh. man, I thought you didn't care like me, right? So y'all guys keep that in mind, man. Another thing is, you know, I know how it is to be a young guy. You know, you know, I know how it is to have that class, and you know, and you got that girl in class, man. You've been wanting to talk to, real pretty, dress nice, smell real good. I always smell like a strawberry cream flavor, you know, and stuff like that. And all you want to do in class is just sit there and just gawk at her all day, and you know, think about how fine it is, how good it'd be for you to have her phone number, right? But the thing about it is, she's probably I mean, suppose she's an A-list student, man, right? She's paying attention to the class. She's paying attention to the teacher getting what she got to get done. You paying attention to her, right? She's not grading your paper, right? Right or wrong, man. So y'all guys keep that in mind, man. Another thing is, whenever you take a test, like if it's test day, you know, all right, guys, we about to have this test. You know, we're gonna do this and that. Like, there's not much anxiety, right? Because you already been paying attention and you know what's going on, right? So, you know, there's not a lot of anxiety going on. You're confident. You understand, you know, 1 + 1 = 2. You understand that already, right? So you're going to be good, right? But suppose you haven't been paying attention in class, man, and then, you know, man, that test date come up and you just like, man, you don't even want to take the test, man, because you know you're not prepared, right? And if you're not prepared, man, you're just going to feel like, oh, whatever, you know. But if you had been paying attention in class before, you know, then you wouldn't feel that way, okay? If there's a pop quiz that happens, just say if it's a pop quiz, then, you know, you're not going to be scared. You're not going to feel, you know, upset. You're not going to get that warm anxiety feeling rising up in you when the teacher say, all right, guys, let's get ready for a pop quiz. And you're looking around like, pop quiz? Hey, I didn't know we had a pop quiz. Duh, it's a pop quiz. If she would have said it's quiz, okay, all right, well, it's a pop quiz, okay? And now you looking around, you all nervous and you squirming because you haven't been paying attention in class, right? So y'all guys got to keep that in mind, man. You got to be paying attention in class, right? Okay. And another thing y'all guys need to know, that if you go like a time and you haven't really been paying attention to certain sections, because you know when you have a test, it's like a test of like all certain sections, right? So it might be like adding the first section, dividing the second section, multiplying the next section, exponents the next section, you know, just certain sections, right? And so, you know how school normally works is like they test you on these little sections and stuff, and then the test is like all of it put together, right? But if you haven't been paying attention to everything, right, and then it's time to take this test, and then you might know certain sections, but then you go back, well, like, man, I never really learned that section, right? And so it's harder to catch up, you know, because sometimes you need to know the sections before you can actually move on, right? And so if you don't fully grasp the concept of certain things before you move up, like you never really knew the you know, the regular way to do it, you know. All right, so make sure y'all guys are keeping that in mind, man. So so if you paying attention in class, you know, when it's time to take a test, you guys are definitely feel more confident about it. Another thing about paying attention in class, you might actually find something you're actually interested in, right? You know, I remember, I think it was my 8th grade year. Now this was back when they made us read books, and they probably still make y'all read books or whatever, but I really got interested in like, I really wasn't big on reading, especially the material that they had then, but there's this one book that really like got me into reading a lot. The Outsiders. Now I don't know if y'all know about The Outsiders or whatever, but it's like a gang movie, like, you know what I mean? But it's like a bunch of you know, it's like a gang movie, but it's like based on like Caucasians, you know what I mean? So up until the end, like each time I see like a gang movie or something like that, it's more of like you know, black people or things like that. So when I, you know, started to read The Outsiders, you know, and kind of, you know, get, you know, like what their background was, what made them be in the gang, all the things they went through and all the trials and tribulations, you know, that they had, man, I was really interested in that. And you know, I'm just glad I actually paid attention to it, because had I not, I would have just missed out, you know, on how good of a book and movie it was. Well, she rewarded us from reading the book by bringing the movie in, and that's when I realized sometimes the book is actually better than the movie. Most of the time, actually, right? So y'all guys just keep that in mind, man. Y'all guys, when you in school, man, make sure you're paying attention. There's a lot of people who were deprived the opportunity to you know, have a public education or a free education. So make sure you guys taking advantage of it, and make sure you guys being respectful in the classroom, man, or you just might make one upset. All right, man, y'all have a great day, man. Stay positive.